Hi, I'm Dr. Reginald Garcon, Registrar at Washington Adventist University. My goal is simple today to go over a few compliance items, registration, student progression, and ultimately graduation. The agenda is as follows: FERPA, which is the Family Education Rights and Privacy Act, setting up your WAU account, various forms held through the Office of the Registrar, and ultimately what resources you need to succeed. It is time for a pop quiz. Question number one. Education records include only those records contained in a student's permanent file. Is it true or false? The answer is false. With specific exceptions, education records are those maintained by the institution in any format that's identifiable to a student. So that's paper, electronic, microfiche, or on a server. Question number two. Health records maintained at the Student Health Center or Counseling Center are education records subject to FERPA. And the answer is false. Medical records are not education records so long as they're only shared with medical providers. So let's talk a little bit about FERPA. In essence, as a student at a university, your records are yours. We are not allowed to release any information on you without permission by you exclusively to whomever you designate. FERPA also governs the K through 12 arena. If you were in K through 12, your parents or guardian would be the sole responsible person that could share information on your behalf. However, once you become a student, so even if you are underage, under 18, once you become a student at a university, then FERPA means that you are solely responsible and can make a decision as to who you can share that information to. According to FERPA, you have the right to review your educational records. You have the right to amend your records, as well as you have some control over disclosure information regarding your records. And in each case, you would have to submit something in writing, whether it's to review, amend, or if you wanted to disclose information to someone. The university as a whole do have some privileges in releasing some information on students, and they vary from your basic contact information if you're an athlete, such as height and weight, enrollment status, verifying someone's degree. But of course, and the most important thing, this does not include your social security number. In this case, our university does not provide a university-wide directory information. So if we did, definitely students would have the opportunity to opt out if they chose to. Now it is time to learn a little bit more about the Office of the Registrar. So let's pull out your phones, your tablets, or log on to the internet and go to wau.edu. You're going to see what resources and information we have from the Office of the Registrar. Once you go to the main page, you'll click on Current Students or Future Students, and then you'll click on Office of the Registrar. Once you click on this page, you'll see to the very right, there's a link for the Office of the Registrar, and once you click on it, more information regarding our office will be shown. One of the key things you can find would be the different forms we have. So under Transcript Request/Forms, please click on that. As you can see, there are a plethora of forms, from transcript requests to your add drop form if you wanted to change your major. If you needed a verification letter as a student, sometimes you need verification that you're currently enrolled, whether it's for a loan, for employment, if you're looking to apply for a scholarship. Sometimes if you're looking to purchase a house or a vehicle, the entity may need to know if you're a full-time student or not. Once you fill out that form, you'll send it to the Office of the Registrar and we'll be able to assist you. All new students must fill out the new student registration form. There are key arrows on this form indicating items that must be filled out, such as the term, the actual course code and number, the name of the course, as well as the credits and the time the course is offered. In addition, new students are required to obtain a variety of different signatures from student life, student financial services, student accounts, and the security office to make sure you get your parking decal if needed, as well as your photo ID. After your very first semester, you'll be using the add drop form. The only difference is you wouldn't be required to receive all of those additional signatures. That's only needed during your first semester. Once again, fill out the paperwork thoroughly and submit it to the Office of the Registrar. In addition, you should be able to register online for courses for the upcoming semester, pending you do not have any holds that prevent you from registering. Many students may choose to take classes off campus during the summer or during the semester. In this case, the academic petition form is needed. You want to make sure you get this filled out and signed out by your advisor, and ultimately, permission is needed prior to going off campus to take the course because you want to make sure that those courses will get accepted once you transfer those in. Remember, any courses taken off campus, you would need to receive a C grade or higher for us to transfer it in. There are arrows pointing out where you would indicate the school, the name of the course, and the WAU equivalent. In addition to your advisor, the department chair of the course that you're planning to take needs to sign off on it so they can make sure that the course you're planning to take is equivalent to one of the WAU courses so it can be transferred accordingly. Now it is time to set up your WAU account. Simply go to the main page and see the link that says account setup and follow those instructions. It's just that simple. You'll enter your social, date of birth, and the zip code, and then it'll be prompted to setting up your password. Once you have everything set up, it's time to take a look at WebAdvisor and all the different features available to you as a student. First, you will log in. Second, you would identify which link you want to take a look at. To the left is all of your financial information from student accounts to financial aid, but on the right, you have options to search for a course, plan a course with your advisor, looking at your program evaluation, your grades, as well as your class schedule. To find your class schedule, simply click on the link and then make sure you click the appropriate term. Once your class shows up, it'll also identify the meeting day and times, your faculty, as well as how many credits in the course name. Now it's time to search for a course. Simply click the appropriate term and enter one or two subjects and then press search. Please don't try to click too many different descriptors because it narrows down your search. So just one or two subjects and press search. Once it's populated, you'll have a variety of things to take a look at. The most important thing, take a look at the status. It has open or closed. So of course, if a class is open, those would be the ones that you would want to attempt to register for. Also to the right, it has the availability and the capacity of the course, as well as the credits and the meeting days and times. Now, please note, to get more elaborate information on the meeting information, you need to click on the course. Once you click on the course, you'll see detailed information because there are some courses that have labs. Other information that is key for students is your academic bulletin. Your academic bulletin contains university rules, policies, accreditation, as well as the academic calendar so you know when school is open, when are the holidays, when are midterms, when are different due dates and times. There are several items that may impact your GPA, and these are things that you need to be aware of. Incomplete grades, changing your majors, withdrawing, failing grades in life. We do understand life happens, but the most important thing to remember is be in constant contact with your faculty. Let them know what's going on so that they may assist you and provide support and extra time if needed to complete assignments. In the event that your GPA falls below a 2, which is below a C average, then you'll be notified that you're placed on academic warning. And if it progresses, you could ultimately get probation or suspension. The biggest thing about this is not only affecting your academics, but financial aid may be impacted because financial aid has an eligibility requirement so that they are ensuring that you are progressing and not regressing in regards to your academics. So please be sure to pay attention to those things with your advisor. The last two things to go over are your program evaluation and grade reports because as a student, you want to know how you're doing and if you're on path to graduating. When you run your program evaluation, there are things you need to pay attention to. There are 36 upper division credits that are needed as a student. Your GPA must be a 2.0 overall and at least a 2.5 in your major. You cannot earn a grade of below a C in your major, minor, or pre-professional program. Next, when you run your program evaluation, there are certain things you need to be aware and pay attention to. For example, there are different ways to complete the English requirement depending on if you transferred here or if you placed into a different English. But ultimately, English 101 and 102 are required, but there are different pathways that you can use to complete that requirement. Each section in your academic program evaluation shows specifics as to which courses you need to take. So follow them accordingly. Students are required 12 credits of religion, and as previously stated, a C grade or higher is needed for your major courses. And at the end of your program evaluation are other courses, and these are courses that haven't found a home somewhere in your program evaluation, and this might be a time where you may work with your academic advisor to see if there's something that may be transferred in or moved to a particular section. Your grade report identifies all courses you've taken, your grades, your credits, as well as if you've taken any transfer courses. It shows which courses were accepted, what are the WAU equivalent, and ultimately your GPA. These were some helpful tidbits from the Office of the Registrar. Once again, my name is Dr. Reginald Garcon, just providing with some helpful tidbits that you need as a student. Best of success.